Hello, Vault Dwellers, and welcome back to Krazen Guides. My name is Taylor, and I'm a collector of pretty much anything in video games, whether that be pets, outfits, or like today, bobbleheads. Bobbleheads were exclusive Vault-Tec merchandise available to executives in the Vault-Tec Corporation, but they were also given as gifts to people who were accepted as Vault Dwellers. In Fallout 76, there are 20 different types of bobbleheads, which are consumables and provide various temporary effects, lasting 1 hour or 2 hours with the perk card shown. Bobbleheads can be held in your inventory, bought and sold from player vendors, and displayed on a stand like the one behind me. Bobbleheads spawn randomly in fixed locations across Appalachia. But remember, if you don't immediately see it, look around, as they're affected by physics and may have fallen. Also, sadly, other vault dwellers may have beaten you to them. Today I'm going to share with you my 18 favourite places to farm bobbleheads in the Savage Divide, plus 3 bonus locations, one which quite often spawns 2 at a time, in other areas. So stay tuned to the end of this video for that. So all that being said, before we head out, please give us a like and subscribe so we can continue to make great content for you. And if you would like to see any other collection videos, please let us know in the comments below. Now, the fun part. Let's head out on an adventure to fill up that bobblehead display stand for you. Our first stop today is the Bailey family cabin up in the north of the Savage Divide. And watch out because the Bailey family still is here. And they're not happy to see you. So just in this metal caravan here, and just turn left as you go inside the door, and the bobblehead is just on the shelf there. Also, don't forget to grab the teddy off the top shelf. He makes a great collectible also. Our next stop is Sylvia and Sons Logging Camp, which was a local, small, family-owned business. From the spawn point, the tent on the right at the back of the tent to the left, and there's the luck bobblehead. He will give you +2 luck for 1 hour. Also, have a look around if you're short on wood. There's quite a lot of logs lying around to collect. Next, we head off to Automaker Cabin. Just be careful when you come in from the spawn point here. There's a lot of wolves and they're not very friendly. If you ever need wolf meat, this is the place to come. Just inside the cabin here on the desk, you'll find the bobblehead. We're now heading to Toxic Larry's Meet and Go. When you spawn in, there's normally 3 snallygasters just sitting there waiting for you, and they'll attack you as soon as you take a step towards them. So just be careful of that. Also, while you're running through the building, keep an eye out for recipes. There's a few laying around that you can pick up on the way up to the roof. On the shelves here near the meats bit, you'll find the bobblehead. Goldbone Vantage is a bit of an out-of-the-way place. But once you spawn in, just run down. The only baddie that I found that gave me any trouble was a nasty little man with a flamethrower. But once he's gone, it's pretty easy. Just run up here and your bobblehead will be on the couch there. I always wonder, though, how that skelly ended up in that tyre hanging over the edge of the cliff. And speaking of cliffs, let's head to Cliffwatch. Let's run down here from the spawn point past the big rubbish heap that they've got going there, and just over to this tower underneath, and your bobblehead is sitting on top of these cages. Just remember they are random spawns, so you can't guarantee which one you're going to get. Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. You know, it's not really all that pleasant anymore, and it's full of ghouls, but it's a pretty cool place to hang out if you just like killing ghouls. Easiest way I found to get up to this bobblehead is on the bus, up onto this ramp, and just follow it around. Jump here over to the red gondola, and your lock-picking bobblehead is here. This bobblehead increases the sweet spot of lockpicking by 30% for 1 hour. The 98 Nar Regional Site is the site of a terrifying train crash between a regional transport and a military train which was carrying robots. And watch out because quite a few of these robots are still around. Now you're looking for this carriage that is upended and you can access from underneath. Just behind that wall there, you'll find a bobblehead sitting on the shelf. Our next stop is Middle Mountain Pit Stop. From the spawn point, we just run up into the cabins, and it is the first cabin on the right. Inside this cabin, you'll find on the fireplace mantle the bobblehead. Moving on to Blackwater Mine, which is a great place to come if you ever want to kill mole men. There's quite a few of them here and they pop out when you least expect it. We have to run to the back here, and in the middle of these two pipes, jump up and we can get onto the roof of this cabin, and the bobblehead is on the middle chimney. Emmett Mountain Disposal Site's our next stop. Now, this was probably the only place I came to where there weren't any bad people trying to kill me while I stole their bobbleheads. You run through here right to the back, and just on the right-hand side, about halfway down, you will find the bobblehead in the sink. Just be careful at Solomon's Pond. It is the home of several floating ashes, which are pretty nasty creatures that you may have to fight your way through to get to the back of the cabin here, onto the roof to find the bobblehead sitting up there. At the Whitespring Golf Club, there are a lot of ghouls in the bottom level of the golf club, which is where we want to be. If you feel so inclined, you can round them all up from the bottom, drag them out into the car park, and set the cars alight, blow them all up. Then come back down here in this hallway, heading down towards the snack bar. In the trophy case on the left, you'll find your bobblehead. Probably the easiest way to get to the next location, which is also at Whitespring, is to spawn in at the golf club and head north. You're looking for this house, which is residential cottage and the museum. Just come up through and run straight up the stairs. And you're looking for the child's bedroom, which is the bedroom on the right as you come up the stairs. And just next to the lamp, you'll find the bobblehead sitting waiting for you. Next, we're heading off to Huntersville. And from the spawn in point, it's a little bit of a run up through to the hardware store. And there are a few super mutants and mutant hounds, but nothing too bad. Just keep heading on up this road and killing them as you go. And we're looking for that hardware store right there. So in the door, up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs, turn around, and your bobblehead will be sitting right there in that corner. Now we're heading off for a hike in the woods at the Spruce Knob campground. So from the spawn point, just turn left and just go for a little run through the woods, following the pylons down to this pylon here, which is on the edge of a little drop. From there, you should see the campground. Just head on down there, and on that green table, you should find your bobblehead. Also, keep an eye out on the table for recipes as they quite often also spawn there. Now, heading on over to RNG processing services, which historically was a front for the nuclear missile silo Site Charlie, and it had an elevator in the building that led down to the facility. Now it just is full of ghouls and our Bobblehead, which is in this garage here, just in this green cabinet. Just keep an eye out for magazines if you're exploring this building, as some of them spawn here also. Relay Tower ELB102 is our southernmost point on the map today. And just be careful when you're running up, look out for turrets on the edges of these buildings. Inside here, round the side to the desk, and there's your bobblehead sitting on the desk. Heading on up to Dolly Sod's Wilderness for the first of our bonus content. We head on up here into the main cabin where Scout Leader Treadley hangs out. Just watch out for rad roaches and a few annoying little insects that hang out in here. And just behind this counter here, you'll find your bobblehead hanging out on the bottom shelf waiting for you. Bonus location number 2 is the Philippa Battlefield Cemetery, way on the far north of the map. So from the spawn point, we just head on into this building. Once again, just watch out for any ghouls that are hanging around. Up the stairs, behind this counter, and along with a mod sitting there on the shelf, you'll find a bobblehead. Now, Aaronhold Homestead is one of my favourite places to farm for bobbleheads. I quite often get to the spawn, as I did here, and I'll show you where they are. Just watch out for the mongrel dogs that spawn here. There's 4 or 5 of them. Head into this grey house with the red star. Up the stairs, watching out for the rad roaches. And over in the corner here, behind this bookcase, you'll find the bobblehead. So then we head back down out of this house and across this little courtyard over to the grey house next to the blue car. Head inside. To the right, next to the baby crib, is your second bobblehead. Well, sadly, that marks the end of our bobblehead hunting for today. I hope you managed to secure a full set of bobbleheads, or came close if you didn't. Just head back to the areas, and I'm pretty sure you'll have a full set very soon to fill your display. Please, if you enjoyed this video, give us a like and subscribe. It really helps grow the channel. And if there's anything at all we can help you with, anything you need to know, just let us know in the comments below.